Hey, welcome back. Erin here from Emma K Enterprises. Welcome to week 6 of our 52-week health and wellness journey. So glad you're here joining me for another week. Just as a quick reminder about myself, I'm Erin. I'm a business owner, publisher. I published Women's Wellness Playbook for Success. You can find it on Amazon. I'm also a mother, a wife. I'm in my late 40s, and like many of you out there, working through health, wellness, and specifically my hormones, and trying to best manage those for everyday health and wellness. Again, I mentioned we're on week 6 of 52. As a reminder, I'm on my own 52-week journey. As I've done a lot of research for my books, like Women's Wellness Playbook for Success, I've learned a lot about things that women need for better health and overall wellness. And now I'm taking that and applying it to my own personal life and my own personal health and sharing with all of you each week. So now we're on week 6. This week we're going to cover stress. And most specifically, 1, how stress impacts your health, and then 2, how we can manage it. So let's start off by talking about how stress impacts your health. So stress is just part of our lives, and our bodies were designed to be able to handle stress. And that handling of stress is really what allows us to think quickly, act quickly, solve problems quickly, take care of things that come up, emergency reaction, and be able to handle those things without too much pressure. You just react, you respond, you do it. However, if we have chronic stress, so we think about the stress from our everyday lives, our deadlines, our traffic, bills, money, financials, anything that is going on in our lives as modern human beings, that can create chronic stress. And chronic stress can be very hard on our bodies and really sabotage any health and wellness goals that we might have. So some things that are impacted with chronic stress, or another way that people have talked about this is being in survival mode or having a dysregulated nervous system. But all those things really account to chronic stress, too much stress, not being able to manage stress. And so what ends up happening is a number of things. It disrupts our sleep, and we know sleep is critical to health and wellness. You might not be able to fall asleep, you have trouble staying asleep, you're not rested once you actually do wake up. Let's say you slept 8 hours and you should be wide awake, you're miserable. That's stress. Weight gain, you're gaining weight or you're having trouble losing excess weight. You have sugar cravings, salt cravings that just make it really difficult for you to focus on eating your balanced meals, which also helps impacts your health and wellness. From a cardiovascular perspective, it could raise your blood pressure, which is not good. It could also impact just your overall mobility and motivation to do things as well. So there's a number of factors that impact our bodies and our overall wellness, and things that help us recover and rest from the exercise that we might do, or the activities that we might enjoy that are impacted by stress. So we want to learn how to manage that stress in order to not have that extra pressure of stress and the symptoms that go along with chronic stress if we're not managing it. So some things you can think about when trying to manage stress are things that can just go into your everyday life. And they're really similar to a lot of the things that we've talked about in other videos. You'll notice as we continue to talk and as the weeks go on, all this stuff is tied together. There's no magic movement or magic food or magic pill or magic meditation that you can do to all of a sudden have wonderful health and wellness. There's a plethora of things that all work together to make this happen, including how you manage stress. So things like daily movement, which we've talked about, getting your walk in, getting light exercise, strength training in. Movement helps you manage stress. Getting outside, getting fresh air, getting sunlight, vitamin D, that also helps you manage stress. And it's also really good for a right now stressful situation. You're in a tough situation, you need a minute, go outside, take a breath, or use that to get ready for a stressful situation you know is coming. A difficult conversation, a meeting at work, trying to power through a project because you have a deadline soon. Get outside, take that 5 minutes to just get some fresh air and some vitamin D. Balanced meals. We've talked about balanced meals. Making sure you have 3 balanced meals a day, and that those balanced meals include protein, fat, healthy fats, and fiber. So some good complex carbs. So that ensures that your body is fueled the way you need it to in order to get through your day, but also to help you fight off those cravings of sugar and salt and fried foods so you can maintain your calm and manage stress. Sleep is also important. So getting on a regular sleep schedule, making sure you're getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, making sure you're doing those things at night that help you get to sleep, fall asleep, and stay asleep. So creating your sleep environment, winding down a half hour to an hour before bed, drink something warm, non-caffeinated, do some reading, do some journaling, do some light stretching. You can also, the big one is to not watch any screens. Put away your phone, put away your tablet, don't look at the TV for about an hour before bed. And make sure it's dark and dim and cool in your room so you can get right to sleep. So these are some things that really help. Again, we've talked about many of these things, if not all of them before, of things that help overall wellness, but they're good at just helping you regulate and manage your stress every day. Some other things when you're in stressful moments, so let's take being in traffic, for example. I definitely have gotten road rage before where I want to scream at the person in front of me. But that does nothing, right? You can scream, you can honk, you can yell, you can ride their bumper. It doesn't really help, and it actually leads to more stress. So instead, use a mindful minute. Take a moment, take a deep breath in the car, take a minute to understand your surroundings. So think about your hands on the wheel, think about the sounds around you, think about the smells in your car. So just use all your different senses to be very mindful and thoughtful of your surrounding to help your body just calm down and remanage that stress. So that's a mindful minute. You can do that whether you're in a stressful situation or not. You can take the time to do that on your commute. You can do that while you're drinking your coffee or your tea in the morning. Think about feel the temperature, smell the coffee, feel the cup on your lips, taste the coffee in your mouth, and really think about every sensation you get when you're having that cup of coffee. Stretching. So let's say you're at work and you've had a long day, and just in general, this is good. Don't even let it be a long day before you do this. Get up and just stretch about, do some movements with your waist and lift your arms, stretch it out a little bit, and take some deep breaths along the way to help you manage through and help you power through the day. You can also do it while doing some tasks at home. You're washing the dishes, you're sweeping the floor, vacuuming, folding clothes. As you're doing it, just be very mindful. Take a couple minutes as you're doing it, rather than just doing it, take the time to feel the clothes as you're folding them. Touch it to your face, feel the softness, feel the smell of your detergent or your dryer sheets. And so feel and use all your senses. Maybe not taste when you're cleaning and doing the laundry, but use your senses as you're going through it, and it just helps to calm and regulate your body. The other thing you can do, so beyond just these small moments through the day, you can use breathing techniques. And these are great things to do in the morning, midday, and at night. You can do them in the car. You can do them during, before, after stressful situations. My personal favorite is box breathing. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4, and then repeat that. So it'll be like this. And then you do it again. And so you do that for a couple times. Another good one is breathing in for 4 and out for 6, or 4-6 breathing. This is good because you're exhaling more than you're inhaling. So it goes something like this. And so you do that over and over again. Not necessarily a pause between each, maybe a second or two. But 4-6 breathing is another technique that you can use. One that I especially like when I'm under a stressful situation is the taking a deep breath and then just one more second quick breath before you exhale. So it'd be something like this. That one helps to manage the stress and just get the anxiety lifted away. You can also do belly breathing. This might be a good one in the morning or before bed, where you're breathing in deeply and out. And you can use that box breathing technique or the 4-6 breathing technique, and your stomach is actually growing more than your chest. So you're really breathing from your diaphragm, and your belly is sticking out as you're breathing, and you're just letting it all out. So a good one for maybe in the morning or before bed to just soothe your mind, soothe the stress away as you start your day, or try to wrap up your day and get a good night's sleep. But those are some really good breathing techniques that you can use throughout the day. Again, really good to use them as a practice in your morning routine, your evening routine, not just when you're going into a stressful situation or when you're in a stressful situation and you're very anxious and need something to calm you down. Those are going to be important for those as well. But if you practice these deep breathing techniques in the morning and at night as well, that just helps you manage stress through the day, manages you in general, and keeps your system regulated. So with that, that's week 6, all about stress. So we talked a little bit about how stress can impact our overall health and wellness, and more importantly, the things we can do to manage stress. It's really important, again, to manage that stress for your overall health and wellness. And that's something I've been practicing the last few weeks, and I'm really going to start focusing on now that we've hit it in our week 6 of our 52 weeks. So I hope you like this video. Save it, like it. Again, if you need more tips on being healthy and staying overall well, especially as a woman, Women's Wellness Playbook for Success, you can get that on Amazon. And again, appreciate your time, appreciate you going on this journey with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.